Welcome back. Welcome back. Bringing you our most popular series that we do every week. Not the best series because Matt's Tears is forever goated. But we're talking a little TOT, a little would you rather. We got Jayson Tatum or Kevin Durant. Just so happens that we're recording this the day that they're playing. So that'll be sick. But currently, end of the third quarter, Celtics are up 17. I think that gives the nod to Tatum a little bit here.
No, it doesn't.
He's having a great game. But yeah, we're going to talk about would you rather for the rest of the season or for next season or whatever. Who would you rather have on your team, KD or Jayson Tatum? Who would you rather build around, kind of thing? We'll get everyone's opinions, and then we'll go at it.
Let's also preface this conversation real quick. Who are we talking about? I've never heard of Jace. You mean? Oh, my bad. You meant Jimmy Butler's son.
Look.
Hold up. Go ahead.
Tatum.
Before we get really into the weeds here,
he doesn't hesitate.
Before we get really into the weeds here, I would just like to point out we're doing a TOT with players who have like a 12-year age gap.
True. It's just a credit to KD at this point.
Which is exactly why I wanted to start as a credit to KD, who's 34 or 35, however old he is. 35, still a top 5 player in the NBA. No questions asked.
KD is
not top 5.
I mean, whatever.
I'd give him
Tatum's
7.
a fraud. Tatum's a late game fraud. I don't want to hear the stats about his field goal percentage in the last 30 seconds of the game. Everyone says he leads the NBA, and over the last 4 years, there's some fraudulent stat I keep seeing on Twitter. I don't want to hear about it.
It's my argument right now.
Well, go ahead.
No, I think the numbers are there. You kind of mentioned it, but like the late game execution, the numbers are there. The shot selection, I do have a problem with for Tatum.
You just witnessed it like 2 weeks ago.
I know. I've said that the Celtics might not win a championship just because Tatum can't post up.
You can't post up Darius Garland.
Okay, fine. But Tatum also had a good game or a good first quarter going before that. However, currently, I mean, the 2 games that they've played against each other this season, Tatum, it looks like, is going to average over 30. He averages 29, 10, and 7 going against him head-to-head for this season. He's at 26, 5, and 4 right now, end of the third quarter, and they're up 17 points without Porzingis. So if that tells you anything, that's fine.
Also, Drew Holiday is a heck of a player.
But the thing for me is, if you just look at the numbers, they're going to tell you Kevin Durant. But if you just think about what you want in a team building aspect, you take Jayson Tatum. His team has 51 wins, about to be 52 wins out of their first 64 games or 66 games. That's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
They have the best constructed roster in the NBA. If you put Durant on that team, they win more games.
I don't know about that.
I think I know about that.
I know there would be a lot more execution.
You also can't do the Celtics Nets thing where we got swept and they took us out and he blah, 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 blah. That was no fault of KD's if you watch that series.
Fourth quarter net rating, Phoenix is minus 14.5, which is the worst in the league. And then Boston is plus 7.5, which is the best.
So we're not going to sit here and glaze Tatum. That's what we're not going to do here on TOT.
Okay, I'm not going to glaze, but I'm going to make an argument for him.
That's fine, and I'm going to allow you to do so. But at the end of the day, we're talking about Kevin fucking Durant here.
Do you know
3
who
years ago, this isn't a question, but right now it is.
I don't know, man.
They're close on that tier, man. Like, Tatum, to me, plays a lot similar to Kevin Durant than you may think if you watched. And I think their 3-point volume and mid-range volume is a little switched. Like, Tatum shoots more threes, KD shoots more mid-ranges, but they both shoot a decent amount of both, while both not being like A-plus finishers at the rim. So their games are eerily similar in their shot selection and how they play. And we've just seen Tatum, honestly, like, I don't want to say get farther because KD won championships, but like when KD's had to be the best player on the team hasn't succeeded as much as when it has with Jayson Tatum.
And what I'll say is,
I mean, early in the career, fine, but I'm saying recently because we're talking about recently.
There's been a moment where Kevin Durant to you guys specifically, and to all the folks watching right now. Thank you. We appreciate you. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, show your mom, show your auntie, everybody. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, has Kevin Durant been considered the best player on the planet? For a period of time, I believe.
No.
Oh, you don't think
100%.
Okay,
No.
so nobody's paying attention to Maddie right now.
LeBron is
no. We're not listening to all that jargon.
To me, Jayson Tatum has not only the potential, but has the skill and the talent to be considered the best player on the planet right now. But the nigga not showing up. You know what I'm saying? And that's my issue.
They got the G's mixed up. They were calling him the Green Mamba. He's the Glazed Mamba.
No, it's just one of those things where if you look at the body of work of Tatum just so early in his career so far, and just like look at the last 2-3 seasons, it's just it's like kind of unheard of for a young player to have that much success this early in their career while putting up the numbers
into a perfect situation.
It doesn't matter, but he's the spearhead of that.
Ton.
It does, but he's also the one spearheading this team for the last 5 years.
Who's a better defender?
Tatum.
Durant, by far.
Nope.
Durant by far, and I won't listen to anything else. Weak side, Durant is a
weak side defense. Oh, the one where you actually don't have to play.
You every aspect of the defensive end into consideration. Now, I might today, he's probably not, but like we're talking about Kevin fucking Durant here. Like, I don't know, we're like wasting our time here talking about Tatum.
It's because it is a serious conversation. They're close.
Why don't you guys get in the comments for this one,
thing like you are? I'm thinking it's very close. I'm just saying pick your poison, and I'm going to take Tatum at the moment.
Which I respect you for it. I got no qualms with you, but please get in the comments for this one. I'd love to see what the public thinks. You know what? Let's drop a poll.
Yeah, I will drop a poll.
Let's drop a poll in the community tab.
I'm trying to think. I think people might actually pick Tatum. I just because I think there's so many Celtic nerds, but I feel like maybe more Suns people follow. So we do a couple of Suns videos do well. So maybe KD will get the love. And we also we have a ton of Nets fans too. So I guess KD will
put some respect on almost bringing a chip to Brooklyn if Giannis didn't injure Kyrie. 100% would have brought a chip to Brooklyn. Fuck out of here.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's your favorite line.
Coulda, woulda if our best player wasn't intentionally injured. And by the way, this finds its way into every single video because it's deep rooted in me. If you want any clarity on that, go watch the Jeff Teague podcast about it. That's all I'll say on the matter.
But no, I mean, just kind of to wrap it up, so to speak. You just look at what Tatum's done, playoffs, everything. It's just been
lose.
KD's never won besides being on the Warriors those 2 years. So, and got added to the best team of all time. So sue me. And I just think if you look at what Tatum's done, it's pretty consistently more than what people would think is execute in the late game. I think there's moments that stick out because when you fail, it sticks out harder in people's minds than when you win. So there's obviously been some blow-ups, but I think this year we've finally seen, for the most part, there's obviously been a couple blunders, which the Suns have been notorious for this season. As Slim mentioned, the worst of that rating in the fourth quarter the entire season, while the Celtics are the best. But there's been a couple blunders for both sides, more so for KD's team, that they can't execute down late in games. And
old-ass Bradley Beal, dude.
Isaiah Wainwright,
25 games.
Peyton
Pritchard.
Isaiah Wainwright, Peyton Pritchard. I'm going Pritchard. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the poll on this one, guys.
But yeah, no, I just think that late in games, people have this narrative about Tatum that's, I think, a little bit overblown, where he can't execute late in games. The numbers are there. The production is there. You see it. Slim Stat mentioned it. Finn Stat saying that he saw on Twitter says it. Like, all of these things just point to the biggest criticism for Jayson Tatum is shot selection and late game execution. And
is that JT or is that JB?
Who's JP?
What do you mean?
JB.
Oh. Well, Jaylen Brown also is actually
the execution in the fourth quarter. Is it Jayson?
No, it's JT.
It's Jayson Tatum.
It's JT. You said it yourself. You said he's got all the tools and he's selling the bag.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, I mean, let us know in the comments. because this has been an ongoing debate for a little bit here. But yeah,
this is
Celtics
a big time
fans,
internal TOT group chat debate. Go at it all the time about Tatum because he's a fucking fraud. Whoa.
Sorry, I had a little misclick there.
Whoa, Jimmy Butler is Deuce's
Hey, he ready for that. He ready for that Potle. You know what I'm saying?
I am, but yeah,
this guy's racing to the bowl right now.
I am. And
with a sleep.